Okay, we're recording. So I just want to tell you guys a little bit about how I found Kayte and also a little bit about my backstory and why I chose to do this call for Team Taylor, because I was browsing through the very last comment, the last post on the Cruising to Leaders Retreat, and just looking at all the posts and offering support and giving hearts to everybody that are squashing their goals hardcore. And I came across Kayte's post, and I saw, or Kate, is it Kayte or Kate? I never asked.
It's Kate.
Kate.
It's Kate.
I'm sorry, Kate.
No, you're fine.
So, and mine's Marion, by the way. We've actually never met in person, guys. And I know people mispronounce my name all the time. They're like, Marion or Marianne. So I'm glad I cleared that up. So anyway, sorry, Kate.
Katie. No, Katie.
I mean, yes, Kayte. So I browsed through the comments and I saw her post that she's a silver ambassador with more points than me. She has 7 more points than me for leaders. And I was like, whoa, I need to message this girl and see what she's doing. She's on fire. She's a rock star. So I reached out to her and we kind of immediately hit it off, and I was super grateful for her to being open to having this conversation with me. And not only that, but even open to coming into our team and sharing, you know, what she's been doing to hit her goals. A little bit of my backstory: I'm a Ruby ambassador with Plexus. I'm a single mom. I support my kids, my 4 children, solely on Plexus income, which I'm really grateful for. So anytime I see a rock star stand out, I just have to reach out and message them and say, tell me your secrets. What is it that you're doing? I admire you. I'm looking up to you, for you. So I'm super grateful that she's decided to come in. I'm not going to take too much time. I'm going to hand it over and you just tell us, girl. Tell us what you're doing. I'm going to mute everybody real quick before you take over so we don't have any. Hold on. So once I mute, I'll just unmute yourself, okay?
Okay.
And then you go ahead and take it and go ahead and share, girl. We're ready for you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Katie, like Marion said, and I just want to start by thanking you so much for having me tonight. It's a crazy honor, and I'm blown away that I was asked to do this. So I'm very humbled and appreciative of Team Taylor for asking me, and also allowing Team Legacy to come on and be a part of this call as well. Stephanie really appreciates it, and so do I. So a little bit of background on me. I have taken Plexus products for about 3.5 years, just over, but I was working a different business at the time. So that company had a rule that you weren't allowed to sell anything else. And so I didn't. I joined as for ambassador pricing, and I just didn't take it. That company, actually, Plexus is my 3rd network marketing company. So both of the other ones were party plans, with carrying inventory, lugging big bags of product everywhere, and not this past January 2017, my husband and I were looking at everything, and I was investing half of what I was making every month back into the company that I was with, and to keep it going. And we have tons of product in our house still. I have no idea what we're going to do with. And my husband was like, this is insane. You work full time. You're out of the house 14 nights a month, and you want to be a stay-at-home mom. You're not a stay-at-home mom with this. We don't have kids yet. We're on a fertility journey. So anyways, long story short, we decided that I would stop doing that company. And I had always had Plexus in the back of my mind that it was a company I had wanted to try. So I waited a couple of months for things to settle down because we were getting married. And in August of last year, I decided to give Plexus a try. Still working my full-time job, I was able to go silver just by talking to people. I don't think I even really posted on social media about it yet. So, but yeah, so I was able to go silver, I think, in about a month just with the nooks and crannies. And then after that, things kind of slowed down because I was working my full-time job. But that wasn't going so well either. And so I decided to leave my full-time job at the end of December, and I now nanny part-time for my brother and sister-in-law with their 2 kids, and walk dogs and do Plexus. So one of the reasons why I love Plexus is because I wanted freedom. And sorry, I'm I'm rambling a little bit. And so I wanted freedom, and that was actually my word for this year was freedom. And so it took some months for that freedom, and then I went to convention, and I met one of my sidelines. Her name is Maria, and we instantly hit it off. And we palled around for a little while after one of the sessions and just had a really great time. And when she came home, or when we got home, I was like, where are you at on earning this cruise? Are you at like, I don't know what the kids are going to be doing in October? Or are you like, I'm earning this, we'll figure out the kids later? And she was like, I'm earning this, we'll figure out the kids later. And I was like, cool, let's do this together. Let's earn it together. And so she immediately hit the ground running and was earning like the pool floaty, or not the pool floaty, the beach towel within like a week. And I was like, what the heck? She can't beat me. So I started running too. And we've just kind of been doing this kind of together. So, you know, one of the first things that we talked about doing was video messaging people and being like, hi, I don't know, one of the people I messaged was my stepbrother. Hi, Ken. I know you guys do vitamins for the boys, and I know, you know, my nephew kind of has some digestion issues. I was wondering if you guys have probiotics with your vitamins too, you know, and if you'd be willing to try ours. These are some things I found, you know, other people are saying. So I messaged about 15 people with messages like that. None of them came through. My stepbrother actually just came through earlier this month, like last week. And his order goes towards my points. It doesn't even count, or it goes towards my PV. It doesn't even count as points for the trip, but that's okay. So out of all 15 messages I sent, I got one person. Another thing I did was I sat down and I looked at the plan, and I was like, what's going to give me the plan for earning the trip? What's going to give me the most bang for my buck to earn this trip? And it's my PV. And so I was like, okay, my PV is what it's going to take. And so my goal was, I forget what the levels are right now, but my goal was to have most of it come from PV. And I wanted to hit at least 1,500 PV. And I ended up hitting the 1,750 mark last month, which is the most PV I've ever had. So after that, I went on social media and I posted about Slim and said that I have samples. And when people said, I want a sample, I also asked them if they'd like a sample of Joyome and Lean as well, and sent them the information on both products in that message. I sent samples to about 25 people. I do have a pretty decent following on Instagram. I built it through my weight loss journey with Weight Watchers, and then started introducing Plexus earlier this year. It actually took a lot of courage for me to introduce Plexus to my Instagram friends. So anyways, so yeah, I sent out about 25 samples, and I followed up with each person at least twice. A couple of them have taken it. One has become an ambassador, and we're working on making her silver this month. And a couple of them are still wishy-washy over it, waiting for paychecks, things like that to come in. But, you know, I still stay in touch with them, and I still build that relationship with them. And speaking of that, I'm really good at follow-up. Some of these people that are just now starting the product, I've been working on for 6 months. Like there's one woman who I've been talking to since December, and I'm like, I know these products can change your life. And she's like, yeah, and put it off. And finally she got to a breaking point, not with me pressuring her, but just with where she was at with her health. And so that was what it was. But following up with people, if you guys are silver and below and we're at convention and you were in the training for silvers with Bethany, she did an amazing training on how to follow up with people. And I heard that it was recently posted in the Plexus Ambassador Facebook group. So you might want to check that out. The next is I'm really good at networking, because I believe that your net worth is a direct reflection of your net work. That tongue ties me. So your net worth is a direct reflection of your net work. So the bigger your network is, the more money basically you will have. And with Plexus, they always tell us it's not who we know, it's who everyone else knows. So I'm a big fan of network marketing. It's actually how I met my sponsor. And I am part of a women's only networking group in Orange County, which is where I live. And that's where the majority of my business comes from. There's about 20 people in that group, and I would say at least 13 to 15 of them currently take Slim, if not more. I also started going to Chamber of Commerce events for one of the local city's Chamber of Commerce. I just started doing that earlier this month, and have gotten a couple of customers with that. So if you aren't sure how to find networking events in your area, you can go on meetup.com. You can also go just on Google and search networking events and the county you live in, or if you live in a big city, the city you live in, things like that. Look up your local Chamber of Commerce and see if they have events going on. Excuse me, I don't pay to be a member of the Chamber at this point. I'm not sure that I will. They haven't even asked me about it yet. Also, I post my testimony. Your testimony is more important than anyone else's testimony, because people want to connect with you. They know you. They don't know the people that you're posting about. And so I try to post my testimony probably like once a month, and I'll do different pictures when I do it, because different pictures will attract different people. It's interesting. Yesterday, I was with a bunch of my friends, and I just started taking the new Hunger Control Slim this week because I was doing Whole30, and it has corn in it, so I couldn't take it on Whole30 because you can't have grains. So anyways, I was telling them how one of my teammates has lost 19 pounds since since Hunger Control came out in early June. And she was like, really? That's pretty impressive. I was like, I know, it's super impressive. She's like, I want to know how it works for you. She didn't care that my friend had lost 19 pounds. She wants to know how it works for me. So sharing our testimonies, while everyone else's testimonies are amazing, share your own. And then when the incentive came out this month for promoting people to silver, or people re-promoting, I don't have enough. I haven't been doing this long enough to have people re-promoting, but I do have level ones that can promote in general. So I messaged every single one of my level ones, and I told them about the $200 bonus, and I told them that if they wanted to, that they could make $275 this month. And I told them, I know you're not really in this for the business, but I know everybody can use about $300 in their pocket. Plus, they can also use, the majority of their products being covered every month after that. So my intention was for them to do sip and sees, or online launch or online Facebook groups with it. 2 people said yes. One person had 2 people show up to their launch party. So we're still working on finding, she had 1 person come on as an ambassador. So we're still working on finding 2 more people for her. And then the other person actually lives a couple hours away from me, so doing a sip and see didn't make sense, but we're doing an online launch party for her right now. It just ended today. So she's in follow-up mode, and she needs 2 more people to become silver this month. And then I'll do special offers from time to time. So people purchasing Slim gives you enough for 10 points for the cruise. So while yes, I would love everyone to be on Triplex, there's some people that don't get gut health. They just don't get it, but they understand that they want to lose weight, and they understand that they need help with controlling their sugar and their snacking and things like that. So as long as they purchase a bag of Slim, I will offer to refund their shipping to them. And so I'll post something along the lines of I've got a special running right now, and post all the reasons, and they want to take Slim and things like that. And anybody that comments that they're interested, I follow up with them. If you guys want to see the posts I've done, you can go to my Facebook and scroll down, and they're on there. I don't accept friend requests from Plexus people usually, because Facebook watches that very carefully, but you're welcome to take a look at my profile. And then also, I tell anyone that will listen that I am working on earning this trip. People want to know, not only what's in it for them, but they want to know how they're helping you. And so I have a friend that actually my upline and I have known. We met through the same networking group, and we've been working on Stephanie was like 5 years ago, like trying to get our friend on Plexus because we know it'll help her. And she finally, because she knows I'm running the cruise and she and I are closer than Stephanie and she are, she finally decided that she was she would take Plexus, and it's been 5 years since Stephanie was trying to talk her into it. So people want to know that you're trying to earn this cruise. And then as far as the leaderboard goes, being on the leaderboard was like super intimidating to me. And I thought it really took a lot. And it doesn't exactly take what you think it does. So I was on the leaderboard for 2 weeks in a row. And the first week, I had 7 people become preferred customers, and I was number 17. The following week, I only had 3 people, and I was number 10 for the company. So, strive to be on the leaderboard, do the best that you absolutely can, and who knows, maybe it'll be enough to be on there. It's crazy to me that it only took 7 people 1 week and 3 people another. But then I had like 4 people come on last week and I didn't make it. So just try. And then because I've done 2 party planning businesses in the past, I got over my fear of rejection. I actually got it over at the last one because people didn't want to have parties, and I had to learn how to take no with a grain of salt. And I'm not afraid to talk to people. And sorry, I'm trying to read my notes. And then I always try to find out if they say no, why are they saying no? Is it a no, not right now, or is it a no forever? And if it's a no, not right now, I will ask them, when is a better time for me to follow up with you? And then I'll put it in my calendar to follow up with the person on that day. So, just because someone tells you no doesn't mean you can't ask more questions. And you're actually being professional by asking more questions. You're not being rude. You're being a business person. One of the books that I have read that really, really helped me, and my upline did a book club on it, was Get Over Your Damn Self by Rami Newstant. I think that's how you say her last name. Neustadt. That book, I read that earlier this year, and it really helped me with Plexus and learning how to do things and talk to people, because Plexus is different than other network marketing companies. And then this is one of my favorite quotes that I found recently, and I actually have it written on, my husband is very lenient with me in what he will let me do in our house. And I actually wrote this on our bathroom mirror, along with some other power things that work for me. And I used dry erase marker. And it's, your fear of looking stupid is wasting time. So your fear of looking stupid is wasting time. If you want to get on this cruise, you can't let your fear of looking stupid or what other people think get in the way. So, and then the last thing is, I read a post that only about 100 people have earned this cruise so far. So for me, that was super empowering, because I was like, there's 1,200 spots on that boat. We are almost 2 months through this competition, and only 100 people have earned it. I can do this. So that really helps to motivate me to know that there's that many spots left. So that's what I'm doing. And I hope that it helps somebody.
Oh my gosh, girl. Wow. I knew you were a jewel when we were in the chat, but I am like, I've had chills and almost tears through all of this, because seriously, I don't know if you can identify this within yourself. I hope that you can, but you're a jewel. You have given some rock solid advice. You're a very eloquent speaker. I can tell that there's no fear involved, and you have that light, that beautiful light and leadership, and it's really fabulous. I actually wrote some notes down, so do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Absolutely, go ahead, and thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Good compliment.
So awesome. Okay, first I want to touch on a couple of highlights that you said that I really enjoyed, that I really loved. I love that you said figure out the kids later. I know that a lot of us, we take ourselves out with the kids, right? I am a single mother of 4 children, and it would be easy for me to just say, oh, well, and Leaders Retreat is on the week that I have my children. And figure that out. But I love that you and your power partner said, we're going to figure the kids out later. We're going to go for this and we're going to do it. That's awesome. Tamsin's on this call. She's got 6 kids. She's gunning for it. She's not letting it stop her. I just really appreciated that you said that. So the video message, I love what you said, because it's funny. I actually challenged my team to send out 50 pre-recorded video messages about asking for people's support for Leaders Retreat, right? But I love that you individualized that. And I was wondering if you could just elaborate a little bit more, just maybe 2 to 5 minutes on when you sent these specific messages to specific people. Did you know, like, had you already had conversations with them and already developed the need through relationship building of knowing what products they needed for each person when you specifically sent that to them?
Some of them, yes. If it was a family member who, you know, I'm really close with, like I have a cousin who has thyroid problems and she knows a little bit about Plexus, but we haven't talked too much about it. And so I just said, you know, I know you're struggling with your thyroid problems. I'd love to see if Plexus can help you. And in helping you, you know, you also help me earn this cruise that I want to take my husband on. My husband still hasn't, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to ask that next, if you included in those personal messages, if you said, like, help me earn this cruise.
Yes, I absolutely did. Because so with the previous company, I earned a trip with that, and they taught us, tell people what you're working for. Tell them that you're trying to earn this trip. Tell them what you're doing. So, and I also included that I want to take my husband on this in my messages, because my husband hasn't completely bought into Plexus yet. He doesn't have the vision of what this company does, even though we've watched compensation videos and stuff like that. So really, I am earning this so that he can come and see what this company does.
That's fabulous, girl. And I think that a lot of people could benefit from that, because I know there's a lot of girls on my team, and not just my team, but all the teams, right, that have those skeptical husbands that need that validation through experience, right? Like physical experience.
Exactly. The fear quote is, your fear of looking stupid is wasting time.
I love that.
You're welcome.
So another one that I had was, when you're talking to people about going silver, when you're reaching out to your level ones and bringing up the bonus, how are you going about doing that? Are you just focusing on the money, meaning, hey, look, you have the opportunity to earn so much money this month? Or are you talking about, because I know some teams, they call it the, I'm having a brain fart right now. Some teams call it silver. Other teams call it the referral program. So I'm
okay.
What your specific verbiage is when you're talking to your people going for silver.
I just messaged them and said, hey, if you bring 3 people in this month, you get $275. I didn't know about calling it. So ignorance is bliss, right? I didn't know about calling it a referral program. I just knew that they needed to bring in 3 people, and that they would get paid $275 for doing it.
You're just going straight in with the money. You're just like, hey, this month you got $275. You want to do this? Let's go. Like,
because money motivates people.
Okay, I love it. Thank you. One is your local commerce, your chamber of commerce that you've joined, and so that's an in-person interaction, right?
Yes.
How are you bringing it up in person when you're talking to people in person?
Because people will ask you, part of these networking events is people say, oh, what do you do? Hi, I'm Kayte. And you say, hi, I'm Marion. And I say, hi, what do you do, Marion? And they talk about themselves and they say, what do you do, Kayte? And then I talk about myself. And I'll say things along the lines of, you know, I'm a representative of Plexus. We are a gut health company. We just came out with some amazing weight loss products and skincare products. And then that usually leads them to say, oh, what weight loss products or what skincare products? Or, you know, gut health. I've never heard of gut health before. And things like that. I do also, I always, if they ask for a raffle item to be brought, I always bring like a 3-day sample of Slim and Accelerator with me. because that at least gets a conversation started with one person, because I have to talk to that person about how to take the product. And at one meeting, there was another girl that overheard what I was telling someone, and she was like, I'm sorry, you help people with weight loss? And I was like, yes. And that got her to place an order. So the person that won didn't place the order. The person that overheard placed the order.
So, and if you're not signing these people up immediately, right, you're planting the seed here in person, what is your follow-up process to get them signed?
So I will follow up with them in a couple of days and be like, when I first get home, I connect with them on Facebook. And I send them a Facebook friend request, and I send them a message at the same time, and I'll say, hi, it was so great meeting you today. I look forward to getting to know you in the future. These are if we talked about products, these are the products that we talked about, and here's some information on them. And then I'll always say, I look forward to hearing what you have to say about them, and let me know if you have any questions. And then in a couple of days, I'll follow up and I'll say, hi, just checking in, see if you've had a chance to follow up on the information. What do you think? And then, or I'll say, hi, just checking in to see if you had a chance to read the information or review it. What do you think? And if they say no, then I'll wait a couple more days and say, if they say yes, I'll say, oh, great. Well, what do you think? What do you like? Does it sound like something you'd be interested in? Can I send you pricing? And then usually they reply right away and say yes or no. Most of the time they say yes. And then I send them the pricing and I break it down. So because most of these people already have a business, and at this point getting PV gives me more points. Sorry, did you close the door? Okay. Sorry, I'm helping with my niece and she just walked in the room and I don't want my dog to come in. Okay, so because PV right now gets me more points than an ambassador does, I don't even give them ambassador pricing. I'm just giving them retail or preferred pricing and going from there. And then, once they've been on it for a couple of weeks or, a couple of months, like probably after the contest is over, because if somebody comes on as preferred and then upgrades to ambassador, you don't get to double dip those points. So, which I was bummed on when I figured that out. So I was expecting my points to go up by 10 and they never did. And I was like, what's wrong? Anyway. So after the contest is over, I'll probably go in and be like, so, if you want, you can get some additional savings if you want to upgrade to ambassador, depending on what they're trying, depending on what they're taking. Because if they're only doing slim, then I'm not going to upgrade them. And I just keep following up with people until they tell me, no, I'm not going to, or yes, please send me pricing, or, yes, please tell me how to order. And if they don't order after 3 days of me sending them ordering information, I'll be like, did you have any questions about how to place the order? And normally that gets them to order.
I love that. So what I'm hearing is you're just like a boss on follow-up and asking for the sale, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The biggest fallback for a lot of people, and I can tell you, in my biggest growth in my business is I'm super yellow. If you've read the Yellow Personalities, but I've only recently, in the last maybe 6 months, started asking for the sale. And I know that it's a really challenging thing to do. And one of the things that you have said, and this is what I love about this business, it doesn't matter what rank you are or how old you are or what skill set you have in your background. We all have something to learn from each other. And I love what you said, because GoPro, I don't know if you've read that book. GoPro gives you the options of what's a better time to follow up with you, this date or this date. But I love that you ask them that. And I had actually completely forgotten about that until you said that. And you said that when you follow up with people or when you reach out to people, you say, when's a better time for me to follow up with you? So then you put the ball in their court, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, this is the day, this is the time, right? And then at that, if they fall through on that, they feel more liable to follow through the second time if they fail on you, because they gave you the time and they gave you the date. I really love that you said that a lot.
Well, and also it doesn't leave me wondering when I should follow up with them. Right. And it doesn't make me feel like I'm harassing them. Yeah. Because I'll follow up with somebody at the least every 2 weeks. But if they tell me to wait, then I'll wait. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep talking to them. So, and I'm super yellow also. And the way that my mind plays into this is these products help people. And that's why I stay on them about it, is because helping people plays into my yellow.
Right. So one more thing I want to ask you, I don't want to keep you too long. What does your IPA look like? How do you break it up? What do you do in your IPA? Is it organized? Is it chaotic? Like, tell us about your IPA.
My IPA is a hot mess. I'll be honest with you. My IPA is a hot mess. My upline has weekly calls with a few of us on Thursdays, and Wednesday nights I'm usually filling out my IPA sheet for the week. And every once in a while I'll start it on Thursday or Friday and like really do it. Yeah, that's my upline right there laughing in the comments. That's my Sapphire, so I am a level 1 to her.
Well, kudos to Stephanie for giving you guys requirements of filling out a sheet and showing up, even if you don't fill it out, right? Or even if you don't have activity. I really appreciate that she
did. So I try to do it, but usually Wednesday night, like Thursday afternoon, I'm filling that thing out. And there's times I send it to her and I'm like, I don't know. I talk to people, but I don't remember who they were. And because a lot of my interest right now is coming from Instagram. It really is. And, you know, like I remember when I was sending out samples, there was one girl that wanted it and I didn't even know her name, but her handle had Planner Girl in it. And so I wrote Planner Girl. And Stephanie's like, who's Planner Girl? And I was like, that's her Instagram name. I don't know her real name.
But you know what I love about this the most is, number one, you're like me. I'm completely disorganized on all of it, right? But number two is you have more success than I do. 7 more points as a Ruby, and you have no organization to your schedule. You just you have this is what I'm seeing, right? You have hardcore follow-up, you have no fear, and you ask for the sale. And I think that's what it really boils down to in the end, right? Especially Silver Ambassador, when you don't have a team beneath you, like that's really what you have to do. You have to be bold in all 3 of those aspects.
Yeah, absolutely.
Super, super like pleased and grateful. And I know we're kind of in a private setting here, so I want to tell you a funny story. When I found your post on the cruising to leaders, right, I messaged my Sapphire and my Diamond, and I was like, guys, I'm going to reach out to this girl. She's a freaking rock star. And they said, great, but just be careful and make sure she's not selling her body for plexus or buying people's It was almost unbelievable how fabulous your success is, right? But really just about grit and dedication and being bold and asking for the sale and hardcore follow-up, plus some other tips that you've given us.
Yeah. And I will say my running partner, Maria, she's silver and has 600 points also.
That is so awesome. So powerful.
She's closer to gold than I am. But she started this before I did. So I love that. Yeah.
Well, you girls are standing out, and we are just so very grateful as a team for you taking your time. And like I said, girl, anything you need, if you need my testimony, the yoga group, anything other than that, you'll need a call for your team in the future. I'm here for you, and I'm just so grateful. And I think everyone else on this call is grateful for you showing up too.
Well, thank you for asking me. I'm super humbled. I messaged Steffi and I was like, some girl has asked me to do a training. I don't really know. She's like, who? So, and then she was like,
it's, you know.
Say that again?
Like some random girl across the United States, you know.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I don't really even know how she found me. I'm assuming it's in some Facebook group, and I said that I was silver. So.
Well, you definitely stand out, girl, and I'm super grateful.
Thank you.
Would you mind opening this up to our team if anybody has any specific questions because they private message you personally, or would you like that to filter through me and I can ask you to take a poll?
No, you guys are more than welcome to message me questions. If you want to open it up, I've got time. If you want to open it up a little bit for people to come in and ask questions right now, I'm okay with that.
Okay, cool. Does anybody have any questions before we end the call? Any questions that stand out right now? I'm sure some will come up. I took some notes and I'm going to take a picture of it and post it so people can check that out, and it might trigger the conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if not, we'll just have them personally message you or me, and then I can relay that. Or if they reach out to you personally, if you don't mind, you can just there. Awesome.
Not at all. You guys are welcome to. My name is Kayte de la Fuente. It's K-A-Y. I spell everything funny, so I'll just spell it for you guys so you can find me. Kaytede space L-A space Fuente. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Katie's Healthy Life. Kaytes Healthy Life. So,
awesome.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for asking me to be a part of this. It's funny. It feels like I'm not doing